Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. All right. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. We've got a Four of Cups. This is not change, right? This is the need for change. This is us perhaps, now we're going to put this into some context. I feel like change needs to happen, but right now there's something stuck. Let's see what's going on. Two of Cups. Yeah, it's the heart, right? Heart's stuck there. The feelings are stuck. Got the Hierophant here, the Hanged Man, three. Yeah, there's something that's something preventing you from really embracing this new love, this Two of Cups that's coming your way. I feel like it is. Here's the Magician too, and the Chariot. A lot of major arcana cards, and my gosh. And the Three of Cups. Spirit really has got your back on this one. I think there's a lot of support from the spiritual energy around you right now. Let's pick our mystery card. I did a reading earlier today. I forgot to select the mystery card. Didn't realize it till the very end, and it was fun. This is our mystery card, and this is our Tiny Bob Ross to go right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. Oh, yeah. And it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. Okay? If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Now, it looks like we have some volunteer cards here. Let's take a look at them really quick, and we'll take a look at everything else. We've got an Eight of Swords already on the table, but then we got another one emphasized, right? To kind of double the power here. But we also have the Three of Cups on the table, and we got another one, double the power there. The greater the trouble, the greater the rewards, right? You're really, really struggling with the kind of the over-analysis, the thinking kind of portion of this, kind of tied up in knots with what to do or what not to do or why to do, that sort of thing. But then at the end, the happiness, the success, the pleasure, the abundance is double, right? So it's kind of like, don't worry about worrying, right? I see that you've got to, and here we have, of course, the High Priestess, which is that intuitive perception. This is also, the High Priestess is also that card that promises you that if you can get through this, abundance and paradise is waiting for you on the other side. Okay. Now, this is with the doubling of the Eight of Swords and the doubling of the Three of Cups, it's saying don't worry about worrying. You're already kind of stressing out about something. Don't start stressing out even more, worried about being stressed out. You know what I mean? So let's just, it's okay. We don't know what to do. We're kind of wrapped up in this feeling, this thought, this perhaps overthinking, overanalysis that might be leading to paralysis, right? It prevents us from moving forward. We get so locked up in our minds here that we don't know what to do. We're trying to problem solve, but the more we try, it seems like the deeper the problem gets, or the more tied up in all of this energy that we get, right? So that's that. But the Four of Cups here, very interesting, right in the middle. We've got, let's take a look. We don't have any fire cards. Okay, what we do have is water, a lot of water here. We've got a good dose of air, for sure, right? We don't have any earth cards, right? So no fire, no earth. what we're stuck in right now, and if you're a follower of the channel, you already know what I'm about to say, fire and earth, right? That force of creation, that electrical circuit of creative energy, from fire to earth, from our will to our action, from impulse to behavior, from idea to implementation, from inspiration to implementation, manifestation, right? Heaven to earth, above to below, from within now to outside, in the tangible mechanical world, fire to earth. That's the process of creation. What interferes with that? What prevents that from happening? Us, our minds, our thinking and our feeling, our air and our water, our swords and our cups, right? And this is where we are. I feel like this is a peek inside of your heart and soul right now, okay? And what I feel with the Four of Cups is that this is a place that we feel we are stable and we don't want change. We don't want anything new. I finally got to a good place. I don't want to F it up, right? I want to keep what I've managed to secure for myself. But even in this card, this is the Four of Cups. There's a lunar connection with this card, as there is with the High Priestess, connection with the moon. To me, this lunar connection is saying, yeah, we feel safe and secure and stable in our emotions right now and our desires, and we kind of are resisting any kind of change to this. We're trying to prevent anything from happening, right? Intuitively, though, we know that we have to change. We know that nothing stays the same. This is a temporary stability. This is the illusion of security. Okay. So on top of that, we got a Two of Cups. There is a new opportunity for you to change, to connect with something or someone, a person, a place, a thing, abstract or concrete. It could be a romantic thing, maybe a Cancer person. It could be connecting with a new job, connecting with friend, connecting with a new business, a new creative outlet, a new organization in your community, a new kind of spiritual connection, right? Connecting with a sense of purpose, reconnecting with your purpose even. But we're Four of Cups, right? But the Four of Cups is the resistance to change. The Two of Cups is basically change. So what do we have when a Four of Cups meets a Two of Cups? We get a Six of Cups. We get harmony. We have to just say, intuitively, I know change is inevitable. I don't want it though. I feel okay here. I don't want to take a risk. I don't want to try to do, X, Y, Z. But if we lean into it, if we accept the universe on its own terms, we get harmony, right? We can work in tandem with the universe, so we get a Six of Cups. Well, guess what we see at the end here? We see a 3 and a 3. We understand the process of change on the spiritual, emotional plane, and we know that if we live in harmony with that reality, with that process, remember, we understand the process. Now we have to live in harmony with the process. Then I think we get to nudge things in our way. Then we can get all of our will, all of our desires, all of our plans, all of our ambitions, all of our spiritual fire down to earth. Fire to earth. Remember, that's what the name of the game is. Manifesting. Having an impulse and then acting on it. Behaving in that way. That is meant to further that impulse, that desire, that plan, right? That will. So that's ultimately what we're trying to do, is reharmonize ourselves internally so that we can start manifesting, start doing the things we want to do, right? So we got a 4 and a 2, but we've got a 3 of Swords. So we understand the process of change on the emotional plane, and we also understand the process of change on the mental plane, the kind of interpersonal plane, right? And what the Three of Swords really is talking about is the way we sometimes don't change our thinking, or the way we're kind of experiencing other people. Because the Three of Swords is very much about the memory. It's about us reliving past negative, painful, traumatic experiences. And it's since the memories, the past is in the future position, to me this is almost like the obstacle in moving forward is to get out of the past, is to let go of all that stuff that happened to us that is now, because we're doing it too much and we're overthinking and overanalyzing it, it's paralyzing us. It's preventing us from moving forward in harmony to get to this. See, if you take the 4 plus 2 of cups here, and we want to get to the 3 plus 3 of cups here, we got to go through that. We got to go through the swords, right? And because that's the way forward. So this is really now we understand the process of how to change our thinking. We understand what it means to think, to visualize. We have this internal world, this imagination. We have the power of memory. I think for a lot of you, you're going to start getting some memories of things that might not even be yours, right? And it's kind of the way the mind just starts building upon things. And suddenly now you have all of these memories, all these experiences that you didn't experience, right? And it's the way the mind likes to tangle us up and tie us up into knots and get us so confused that we don't know which way is up, which way is forward. Okay. For some of you, there is an important connection with a teacher or teaching or some sort of a school. I don't know if there's a particular teacher. We got the Hierophant up here at the top. I don't know if there's a particular teacher or something related to your education, maybe when you're at university or a trade school, or it could be primary school, elementary school. But I feel that there is an important teacher or a very, very particular event or interaction that's on your mind right now that has to do with a teacher, okay? And I feel like this, I don't know if that's related in any way to this situation, but I feel like this might be kind of a way to get you thinking in that direction of reconnecting with, maybe you went to school but you stopped before you had finished or got the degree or kind of graduated or got whatever. I feel like it's something that you kind of started and stopped, but then I feel like there was a connection with a very inspirational person. It's like that teacher, that professor that just like, that you're going to remember forever, right? Because they were really good at what they do, right? They made you really care about the information. And you could tell that they cared about the information. So for some of you, this is the idea of reconnecting with that purpose, with that, maybe that educational track, okay? Spirit's also showing me a lot of farmland, too. I don't know if there is a connection with farming community, with farmland, if you have land or acreage, or if you're raising animals or something like that, or growing some sort of crops. I see just like the sprawl of like the farmland, from above. These details come through sometimes as ways of validating the energy that we're in, a way of offering confirmation and synchronicity to those that this information is meant for. Now, I'm always on the fence whether or not I should let this information through, or if I should edit myself and not say these things. But I feel like it's better for me to put the information out there for whoever it's meant for. If it's not yours, don't worry about it. If you don't have a teacher, you don't have a farmland, don't worry about it. Whoever it is meant for, though, this is the reason why I say these things, because I don't feel like I should be editing myself. When I'm receiving these messages or these symbols, these images, these feelings, I'm just going to put it out there because it's meant for someone. All right. The Hanged Man in this position back here. This, I think, was almost a resolution, almost a surrendering that you've experienced. That the Four of Cups was kind of all that there would be. And it's kind of like if you went to school and you had this passion about this subject or this skill or whatever it was, then you stop doing it, and it's just kind of like that feeling's always there, but it's almost like it's sad, but it just wasn't meant for me, you know. And I feel the Hanged Man is kind of that. It feels very sad. It feels very much like this is what you really want. But somehow we're convincing ourselves that it's just, I'm mistaken. You know? I feel like that's the mind. I feel like that's this air energy. Trying to convince you that you were wrong. That this wasn't meant for you. Right? And that, I think, that's the obstacle, because I feel that there's obviously this kind of knot that's inside of you, right? There's obviously this issue with the heart and the mind. I feel like we're peeking into your heart and mind right now, right? Which really needs to be in harmony. You need to feel it and believe it and go with the flow of things. So with this Two of Cups now, with the Two of Cups, I wonder if there's this opportunity or if something's going to be presented to you that kind of like, I don't know, almost like it's maybe the teacher or the school or something that is saying, hey, you've got the opportunity to go back now. You know, the financial stuff went through, or there's an opening now. Hey, come on and do it. You know, and I almost feel like that kind of makes it worse, right? Because before, when you had to stop for whatever reason, it seemed like it was settled, and that was that. But now that a space has opened up, or the financial opportunity is there again, or whatever it is, now there's this even more, a doubling of this Eight of Swords. Because now it's like, well, now I really got to decide something. Now it's not just on the universe that said, now's not the time for you to finish this course, this project, this connection, this relationship, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be school, okay? But it's almost easier when it's something that just happens out of our control. The Hanged Man. It just happened to me. I couldn't do anything to change it. It is what it is, right? And that's smart. That's what we all kind of need to learn. That's being in harmony with the universe, right? Things are outside of our control. That's okay. Things happen. Didn't work out that time. That's life, you know. But now I feel like a door is opened, or maybe a window. And now it is your choice. Now it is your power to control. And so that now you've got to be in harmony with the universe again. Now it's not just us accepting something that is out of our hands. Now it's something that is kind of being put back in our hands. We've got to do something with that. We're going to go to the path of the serpent now, because we see a lot going on here. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it really helps out the channel. And I really do appreciate that. All right, thank you. Magician card. The Magician, I think, is really this is your spiritual energy, right? We've got a lot of major arcana cards here that kind of are showing us the way out of this heart-mind situation, the water and air, okay? And the first thing is with the Magician card, it's the idea that this is meant for you, that you can do this, that there's nothing here preventing you from taking advantage of this opportunity except your own heart-mind. And the heart-mind is really this idea that, our thoughts and feelings are not fixed and set in stone. And maybe with the Hanged Man, we started to feel that way, that, okay, this may not be the life I wanted or the result I wanted, but at least it's settled, at least I know, at least it's done. But then, boom, there comes all of this change, and we're just like, we realize it's not set in stone, that nothing is permanent. It's not written in permanent marker, But the Magician over here now is ready. Now has this confidence that says, I'm ready to go and learn this situation and adapt to the universe. And now I'm ready to pick up my magic wand and take charge. See, we don't have the fire here, but the Magician card is telling us we're ready to take our fire again, to take our Ace of Wands, our intention, our purpose, our original kind of plan here, and we're ready to start moving forward with it. I don't know if this has something to do with, I feel like it has something to do with healing, or anytime I get the Magician and the Art or Temperance card, I start to think of somebody that's like a healer, like alternative healer, an independent kind of healer, someone that is healing with food, with herbs, with natural kind of remedies. You know what I mean? I feel like there is this kind of, I feel like it's a kitchen, but I also feel like it's a laboratory, and maybe you're the alchemist, right? Maybe you are the kind of the natural healer that is now trying to put that into a more structured system. You've always been a good cook. Now you're starting to learn more about those plants and ingredients and different herbs and spices and stuff, and what their kind of magical medicinal properties are. And that's kind of something that you're incorporating into your work, okay, or into this study. Maybe this is part of the study that we're talking about here. Yeah. I like the Magician, because the Magician can be everything, can wear so many different hats. I feel like there is this kind of, this healing alchemist kind of energy. There's also this teacher kind of energy that I'm still getting. Okay, it could be. I wonder if it's a teacher that has passed. I'm getting a B name. I don't know if it's a teacher that has passed or something like that, or if somebody had passed, and that kind of stopped your career, stopped your path a little bit short. Something like that, okay? The Magician can wear many, many hats. So you're either going into this kind of healing, holistic kind of medicine thing, or you're teaching it, or you're trying to kind of finish your education so that you can kind of carry on the tradition, right? So that you can do it and teach others, right? Kind of to perpetuate that. I like what we see with the Chariot card next, because that really is, that's to me is everything coming into alignment that says, hey, you may not have been ready, you may have been kind of in this stuck hanged man, Four of Cups position, but if you really look around, this card's in the environment, everything is right where it needs to be. Everything is in order. And I think it's kind of one of those things where you've been doing it kind of intuitively or unconsciously. We have this lunar connection. We have the moon in Cancer with the Four of Cups. We've got the lunar connection with the High Priestess. The moon rules Cancer, and the Chariot is the Cancer energy. So I feel like there is this underlying thing that you've been doing. It's like you've been preparing for something, and you didn't really know what your hands were doing, but you've just been like putting the money away, or you've been like setting things up, or you've been learning certain things, or kind of catching up on a skill or something, and not really knowing why, or even being conscious of putting in that kind of effort. But you were doing everything that you needed to do to get this thing going again, right? It's like, it's like the car doesn't work, right? The car's broken down. And you're going about your life, but here you are getting a spark plug. You're getting some wires. You're getting the oil or whatever. You don't know why, or you don't even realize that you did it, but suddenly here you are with grease all over your hands. You just fixed the car. It's almost like you did it sleepwalking, sort of. It's this lunar energy that drives us in this unconscious way. And sometimes the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. That's okay. Right? And we kind of get that split also with the Art or Temperance card. This is kind of like, the part of our soul is kind of dealing with something else, but there's another part of us that is saying, okay, fine, I'll take care of everything else. You know? And I think there is this idea of harmony and wholeness that we need inside of us. And to me, that's evidence of it, right? If your hands don't know what each other are doing, like I said, that's okay. Each hand has its responsibility, right? Like my daughter, for instance, she'll draw and write with her left hand, but she'll eat with her right hand, hold the fork with her right hand, or the chopsticks with the right hand. So it's kind of like she can do both at the same time, and it blows me away. And I kind of feel like that's the deal. Too much awareness of that. If I pointed out that she's doing that, then suddenly it's like she forgot, she doesn't know how to do it now. We need that lunar energy. We need that kind of automatic consciousness, And that's kind of what I see scrolling up the top of these cards right here. Yeah. There is a connection with food somewhere. There is definitely a connection with food. And if this is someone that has passed, could be a teacher or like a mentor figure in your life, I feel like it was something to do with the brain. Maybe not the back of the head, but like the spinal cord, maybe. Something happened there. Anyway, the Three of Cups. The 3 times 2 of cups that come next. That is beautiful energy. That is harmony. That's kind of like a success in both sides. We're creating that 6 of cups. And we're doing so consciously. We're putting our insides back together, and we're going after our goals again, and we are going to succeed in them. I bet this mystery card that we're going to look at now. And now the 3 of Cups, that's real celebration. I mean, this is really happiness and love, prosperity, abundance, double that, right? Really, really wonderful. I wonder if we need some fire, earth energy here with this mystery card. Could it be an Emperor? It could be a 4 of Wands. It could be a 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords would represent the heart and mind in harmony, right? Which is kind of what we're working on here. The Emperor energy, or the 4 of Wands, could be kind of what's on either side of us in this spread. Fire to earth, right? That kind of, that creation, that circuit of spiritual creation. So anything along those lines, I think, would be very confirming, very validating. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we have. Well, it's a 6 of Wands, yes. Yes, I think this is it, because we have that idea of the fire now. Right? And it's that feeling that we were talking about with the Magician, kind of rediscovering that purpose. And saying, I can, and then going back to the original will and impulse, picking up that magic wand again. We've picked it up, and now we're living in harmony with it. And we know that our thinking and our feeling is going to change. We know that the circumstances around us are going to change. We are living in harmony with change. We understand the process of change, and we're living in harmony with it. And I think that this is really talking about the idea that your will can change. Your willpower always needs to be strong. You need to have the ability of putting your entire will into something. But that something can and will change. And we're in harmony. We know that just because you want, let's say, to be an acupuncturist. Well, that's it. And we have the will to be the acupuncturist, and we want to do things in a certain way. This idea of change is reminding us that our understanding of acupuncture might change, our feelings toward it might change. We might realize one day that we don't want to do that anymore. That we might want to do something akin to that, something kind of, next to that. But we don't have to stay so fixed. I want that, and I want to get it this way. We have to be flexible. We have to adapt. We have to be in harmony. 6 of Wands. You are doing that. You are succeeding. This is really, really good. very successful. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link in the corner or down below in the video description. New readings for Pisces every Thursday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time, but I'm here every day. Just come back, see me again tomorrow. All right? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.